Hello, friends,
Welcome to the Liberation Chronicles. I'm Robin Parker.
and I'm Jorge Zeballos. This is a special episode of the Liberation Chronicles, our 2025 year-end episode. During 2025, we made the channel a place where we tell the truth, even when it's inconvenient and sometimes dangerous. As we close out this year, we want to do something different. This is not a top 10 moments episode. It's not a highlight reel. This is a reckoning episode. Liberation work doesn't happen in sound bites. Liberation work, which is grounded in eliminating oppression in our society, happens in communities, systems, choices we make when no one is watching, and in choices leaders make when everyone is watching.
And this year asked a lot of us, and not equally. This year we watched institutions, government agencies, businesses, foundations say one thing and do another. We watched efforts in equity disappear while the people who those words were meant to protect were laid off, silenced, or labeled too difficult. We watched backlash against the most vulnerable people in our society masquerading as neutrality or putting America first. And we watched exhaustion, real, bone-deep exhaustion, take hold of people who have been working to create a just society. Let's be clear. Fatigue and anger are not the problems. They're the result of fighting oppression and working for liberation. Saying that oppression is a problem and diversity efforts help people from marginalized groups make some people uncomfortable, but resistance to oppression requires speaking up anyway.
Work on liberation is anti-oppression work. It's not a slogan. It's not a line item that disappears when government entities dislike the message and the efforts. And it's definitely not asking people from marginalized groups and their allies to shut up, go away, and act like real Americans. If this year taught us anything, it's this. Institutions resist equitable change strategically for their own interests.
Leadership in liberation work is not about being liked, it's about being accountable. Accountability is measurable. It shows up in who gets promoted, who gets protected, in whose voices change outcomes. Leadership requires courage and cannot be built on neutrality in the face of bigotry, prejudice, and discrimination.
And yet, here's the part we cannot skip. This year, we also saw people say no and mean it. We saw workers organize. We saw educators reimagine classrooms. We saw leaders quietly but firmly choose people over optics. We saw people protest against autocracy. We saw small, unglamorous acts of refusal to hate others, the kind that don't trend but do transform. Hope is not optimism. Hope is a discipline. Some of you practiced it daily, even when you were tired.
As we move into 2026, here's what we're not taking with us. First, the notion that you can make up any facts that you want to and be believed. The idea that anti-oppression work, liberation work, should be polite. The myth that now is not the right time. The expectation that the people most impacted by oppression must be the most patient. And the belief that comfort is the same thing as safety. We're simply not dragging bad ideas into the future that demands more honesty than that.
We're not here to offer neat conclusions. The world is complex, but we will offer an invitation. As the year turns, ask yourself and your institution 3 questions. What did you say about how you valued other people? Where did your actions contradict that? What are you willing to change when it costs something? If your answers don't reflect your values, then at least be honest about it. Honesty is the starting point. Silence is a choice.
And so we'd like to thank you for being a part of the Liberation Chronicles this year. Thank you for listening, and most importantly, for acting where you can. We'll see you next year, still telling the truth, still refusing despair, still choosing liberation. Take care.